Welcome back to the Eclipse with Dark Squad Entertainment, and we are here for our open discussion that we like to call
For the culture.
Now. This week for the culture, we have a music culture, pop
Producer,
culture, entertainer,
ghostwriter,
actually producer. Just I think of experts, and we're gonna talk about culture. I think that we have one of the perfect people to do it with. Internationally traveled, super musician, producer, and DJ, and one of the most beloved radio hosts in the Washington D.C. metropolitan area. Sir, what is your name?
Hey
please?
guys, Aladdin, Prince of the Airways. Thank you guys for having me once again.
Appreciate you coming.
Please follow this talented man where and how,
You
sir?
can follow me on all social media at Aladdin the Prince. Aladdin D.A. Prince, all one word. Show love, get love. Follow me, I follow you back. Bow.
Absolutely. And okay, and Aladdin, if there were a project or two that you wanted people to know, I'm sure there's a list. I knew it. I knew it. That you wanted the people to show love to. What would you?
Right now, pushing this record called WhatsApp right now on all streaming platforms by Kingpin Slim, DB Bantino, produced by myself. The name of the team is called The Associates. So we got that project going right now. Yeah, man, we just got a lot of good things going. Let me see what else, man. My man Architect got a project out called The Prelude, so make sure you support that. And yeah, just be on the lookout, man. A lot of good things on the way.
Absolutely. And if you stay up with his social media, then he'll be able to be kept in the loop. Also, if you keep up with our podcast, then these two talented artists that he just mentioned are covered in the Hit Squad for December. So make sure you check that out.
Definitely check that out. All
right. So for the culture, today's subject for the culture has a special relevance to you. What happened?
What has special relevance to me?
Oh, it doesn't?
Speak your piece.
Okay, let me say to you what I had felt. I had felt for you. If you didn't feel it, I felt for you.
Let's hear it.
All right. So in today's edition of For the Culture, we're talking about a statement that was recently made by DJ Akademiks. Mm-hmm. And so DJ Akademiks inferred or outrightly stated that old school rappers that they did not have, I guess a effect or a relevancy is how I'll put it in today's music scene or today's culture. Right. He had a direct quote. And he says,
so that's what I'm trying to tell you. Them old rappers, man, them niggas, bro, have you seen any of these old rappers who be like, yo, they're the foundation of hip hop, really living good? Them niggas be looking really dusty. I kid you not. And none of y'all try to comfort me because I don't fuck with y'all niggas either. So I'm just tell y'all the truth. Y'all be looking like, every time there be like an old nigga talking about hip hop, you be like, yo, bro, you sure you invented this? Because everybody else living better than you.
So to me, he's alluding to the fact that these rappers, the old school rappers, at this point in life are just totally unsuccessful. He's also alluding to the fact that they're broke. And so do you have any thoughts on first of all, the lack of respect, to these people who paved the way and in many ways made it possible for us to have such a diverse tapestry of hip hop today?
It came to my attention that a DJ, and I'm not going to say any names because I don't think it's necessary. A DJ basically said that, a lot of the pioneers in hip hop are, they're dusty, or how can they be the person that, invented hip hop if, they don't have a lot of money. Or if they don't represent like they have a lot of dough, right? Let me explain something to you, and say this for you guys. Don't confuse someone's ability to develop a business model. Don't conflate. In other words, don't think just because somebody knows how to get money or fails to get money that they didn't make a contribution to the culture?
I mean, I'm not sure exactly what that comment meant. Like, when he say, these old school rappers looking dusty or whatever. I don't know who exactly he's referring to.
Dirty and fell off, basically.
Yeah, but I disagree with that completely. I mean, you might can name a few people that might have a little dust on them, but we definitely got some old school greats.
But would that not
that are
be
still in the game
in any category or any field of life that there are some
exactly.
people? So.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Cube is an old school rapper, and he's super successful.
Dre?
Dr. Dre is an old school artist, producer, who's super successful.
Snoop Dogg.
50 Cent is an old school rapper at
Jay-Z.
this point. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah.
Nah, so I completely disagree with that.
Scarface?
Yeah, I mean, the list goes on. There's plenty of
LL
people.
Cool J who...
And we talking about people that have longevity. Like, we talking people with at least 2 decades of success.
Mm-hmm.
So how was that they're relevant or none of them are living good?
Okay, so Aladdin, what would you say about this? Because you've been in music for quite some time. So what would you say about this?
Well, something that I feel is wrong with our culture is the fact that I think people forget that hip hop is probably one of the youngest forms of music. It's only 40, maybe 50 years old.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about longevity, right? I mean, once again, youngest genre. But something that I don't like about our culture is the fact that we don't allow, or we haven't allowed, our legends to grow old. You know what I'm saying? You see people like the Rolling Stones, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Right.
They can tour until they 80, 90. Elton John, you know what I'm saying? And they allow their legends to have longevity, to be old.
Right.
We don't do that in hip hop. You know, we tend to onto the new thing. What's the new hot thing? What's the new next? You know?
Yeah.
But not allowing that space where it's like, yo, we got to support them in their mature ages, you know? So I feel like, you know, that's one of the biggest things our culture, as it's evolving and growing and getting older, we have to be those people to get out there and support those artists. You know, we can't be just, can't just support them when they're hot or you know what I'm saying? Like, so as they continue to get older and go and grow, we got to be there to support those people as well.
And you got to look at the fact too that this genre of music was actually created. It didn't always exist along with all the other genres of music. So a lot of these people that you may be referring to as old dusty rappers who ain't living good no more, they're the ones who paved the way and opened the door for you who is currently living good. This opportunity wouldn't exist without the same people that you showing no respect to or paying homage to.
I think the respect is due. I think, but I also take Aladdin's point of how in other genres of music that people are allowed to grow old. I was recently watching Tina Turner's last performance. The stadium was, it wasn't recent. It was her last performance. But anyway, the stadium was packed. And this was one of these Super Bowl type size stadiums. Not a seat in the house. And I know when she went out there and performed, it was just electrifying. But she actually retired. Because the demand for her never ended. But, she felt that she was getting to an age and a health stage where she still could do it. But the touring had started to, it takes its toll after a while. At that time, she'd been touring for like 50 years.
Right.
But she actually retired from actively touring and had a sold-out house of a Super Bowl-sized stadium at that time. Wow. So I think that's a really good point. I saw recently, I think I saw Busta Rhymes performing, and he had an audience too. And I know that made me happy. It made me proud to see that he still had not that he doesn't have a fan base, but that he
the fan base is still coming out to support, which is very important because, as much as you want to, you can't blame the artist. At the end of the day, the consumer is responsible for the success or the longevity of an artist, so we can't just sit back and be like, oh yeah, they washed up. Like, if that's your favorite artist, then, get out, support doesn't mean get the hookup or want to see them for free. You gotta, you know, still get out there because at the end of the day, it's a numbers game. So, you know, they're not gonna book, you know, Kumo D or you know, Rakim if the numbers aren't there. You know, and that's just period. Like, so if it's us as consumers, we have to do a better job of allowing and giving grace to our audience to be or get older, you know what I'm saying? And I guess, you know, part of that too is we don't look forward to longevity. Everything is now. I need it now, immediacy, or you know, we've been conditioned to think like, all right, well, I may not last to see 50, 60. So, you know, it's once again, it's changing our mindset and unlearning certain things that we've been taught, you know, that, you know, in our culture, like I really don't believe, like, you know, we hear it, but they like, oh yeah, once you hit 30, you old. Like, what? That ain't even you still a spring chicken. Like, you ain't even start to walk the real steps of life or enjoy the baskets of your labor. So, you know, I think those are things that I think once the culture changes in that way, and we as consumers do a better job of continuing to push the envelope for our artists, things will be better for the next generation. And hopefully, you know, they have that idea of like, all right, cool, I don't have to be just hot now. Like, I want to be in this space where, you know, when you think about the word legend, you know what I'm saying? What does that really encompass? You know what I'm saying? Like, your body of work has to stand decades or periods of time, you know what I'm saying? So
I definitely,
you know,
agree with
that's where I think, you know, the culture needs to grow.
I think too that we could do a better job, as you're saying, as consumers, by, as you're saying, demanding that some of these things take place, because there is a wealth of knowledge. So let's say that, for example, the DLC, he had an accident, he couldn't rap anymore, old school rapper. But that man still has a wealth of knowledge about how music works. I know a lot of young artists fall into deals that they don't understand.
Right.
So I think your point is brilliant about pulling these people back who have the knowledge, the wisdom, and a lot of them want to help. They want to be there as resources.
And you got to think too, like, I mean, a lot of these artists too that are now no longer relevant may have had bad shakes and bad deals. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't understand the business back then. You know, where now these kids are coming out and they're getting $1 million deals and all types of stuff. So, you know, that's, you know, so it's things like that, you know, like, it's crazy to think like Jordan was one of the most or one of the best of all time. I'm not going to, you know, different eras, you know, that's up for debate, but Jordan didn't get paid as much as LeBron or, you know what I'm saying? But he paved the way, you know, for these players that are now getting these crazy contracts. The most that Mike made was what, like 36 million, but these people, like the minimum now might be 36 million. You know what I'm saying? So it's just interesting to see how, you know, you got to always pay homage, because these are the people that, whether you look at it good, bad, or indifferent, one way or another, they open the door for the people that have now to have what they have.
And me being an artist myself, I could never disrespect the greats and the people before me, because they played a big part in influencing me to do music as it is in the first place. So I would never, you know, call these people like, oh, well, they washed up or they're irrelevant now. Like, they played a big part in me becoming the artist that I am. So I think the respect is definitely necessary. Whether some of these people not as rich or don't got as much money anymore, I don't think it's about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I will always pay homage to the greats.
Absolutely. And I think too that by doing that, it also it teaches, and it also shows, you know, respect, or builds respect to the people that we are in the culture that we should be trying to build. Because let's say I'm the hottest young artist today, I'm going to eventually age as well. Exactly. So if we're doing this new, I guess, you know, feasibility study, or this new way of thinking of pulling these people back in, it takes one word from some of these major league rappers to turn, you know, to turn somebody's whole life around. One tweet, you know, one post. And so to pull some of these old school legends back in would be amazing. And I think it also would work both ways in terms of letting you learn things that you didn't learn, and also letting them, see a different side of how the music culture is working today. And I think that's the world that I like to move towards.
Hey, man, I think it's all doable. But yeah, man, I mean, we'll see what happens. I definitely think you got a lot of great collaborations coming. So, just be on the lookout.
Oh, wait, man. Yeah. This man might know something we don't know.
Hey,
okay.
man.
I mean, you gotta.
Nah, I mean, you just see a lot of the newer artists working with a lot of the older artists.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like Silk Sonic, when they made their album, that was pushed by Boosie, Boosie Collins.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He gave him their name. He helped them with a lot of, with the entire sound of the album. So I mean, you see a lot of these greats. Too. You know what I'm saying? Usher's working with a lot of new R&B artists. Right. So there's just a lot of good things happening. So
I think that's the way it should be. It shouldn't be an old versus new or like a separate thing.
Nah, it's all about giving.
All be coming together and let's make some good music and join together and do it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. So I have a couple of housekeeping things to talk to you guys about. So this music legend now and in the making, especially with the wonderful approach and attitude he has about music and also about community, is going to join Dark Squad Entertainment in December. On December the 8th, we are having a music, mood, and mental health interactive panel.
Hold up. Hey, listen, man, 'tis the holiday season, but we're giving back in a great way. It's all about music, mood, and mental health. It's happening at Liddy on 8th Street, December the 8th. We want you to pull up.
And basically, we all know that music is curative, that there is music for every way that you feel and thought processes that you might have. Sometimes in life we go through great trauma or great angst, and we do not or cannot at that time be told it's gonna be all right. We can't hear it. Sometimes you need to go through that emotion in order to get to the place where you're able to hear it's going to be okay.
Right.
Wise person once said, if there are no humps in life, how do you get over things?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Facts.
So this is what we're doing. So in December we're building a community of people where it's a safe space for us to talk about how we really feel and things that that may be on your heart now, things that may be in the rearview mirror that you need to process, and then also the triumph and celebration of life itself.
Absolutely. How does music help alter, translate those emotions?
Exactly.
Yes.
Because music is very powerful. Like, there's some kind of song for every kind of mood you can feel. Like, there's a go-to song for anything that you might be dealing with or feeling. It's just, music is very therapeutic. It's like, music has an effect on our behavior along with our mood. Like, if you ever, I found myself bombing to songs I didn't even like. Like, the beat just took over me and I didn't even realize. I'm sitting up there just jamming. And I'm like, hold on, I don't even like this song.
Or it'll flip you in the end. And
then it might make me start liking the song later if I ain't liking it at first. I'm like, hold on, what happened here?
What happened, man? But no, I can't wait. It happens December 8th at Lydia on 8th Street. You can go ahead, pull up 1427 8th Street Northeast. It's going to be a good time. I can't wait to sit down on the panel with you guys.
We do want you to sign up. Now, here's the wonderful thing about community and about working with community. There is no fee for you to attend. But you do have to sign up. So hit us up in the DM so that we can get you that link to RSVP. Yes. Also, we are looking for sponsors for the event. We do believe in the power of community and helping collectively to pull each other up. So if you have products or services, hats, candles, shea butter, any type of product that is quality that you would like to have presented, we're doing beautiful quality swag bags. So again, hit us up in the DMs or email us at darksquadentertainment@gmail.com. And then we're also looking for sponsors at the event. I think we have a couple of sponsorships left because we got some major league people that have wrapped around us to come in and to make this event absolutely what this man has said is that it will be this journey through music where we can connect. And when we're in spaces like this, boundaries disappear and you just leave with just family ties.
Hey, listen, come on through. Sky's not the limit. It's not the view. It's just it's not the limit. It's just the view.
Hey,
If you don't dropping these gems,
Dropping these gems. That's what we gonna do, man.
you heard it from the man himself.
Yes, sir. You know it's gonna be a good time. Yes,
It is.
All right.
All right.
So we want to thank Aladdin the Prince for joining us for the past our past
Couple of weeks.
yeah,
Appreciate
absolutely.
it, man.
And I'm
Been a
sure
blessing.
that I'm sure that this will not be the last time you see this talented man. So please, again, follow him on all social platforms.
Yep, for all social platforms at Aladdin the Prince, Aladdin DA Prince, all one word. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Appreciate
And we
you.
were able to learn that this man also does music to WhatsApp.
Yep.
His
Single.
new single. Please support that. The links will be in the description box. And just thank you again.
No problem.
Talent is a gift. Let's just be honest. Talent's a gift. And there is a great amount of respect to you for being talented. But I think I give you more respect because of the fact that you are so talented and so multifaceted with the talent, but that you still are very much approachable. You still very much are a man of the community. And
Definitely respect that.
very importantly, you're a man that keeps his word.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And that's what it's about.
Yes.
definitely a real one.
For sure.
All right.
Appreciate y'all. Look forward to December. Pull up on us, man. It's gonna be a good time. Hola.
All right. So thank you, Aladdin the Prince, for coming through. Thank you, Dion, for having my back in this discussion. And also for shooting the video that we just dropped, Be Mine. Again, it hit 4.6K.
Help us get
And
up to that 100,000, 200,000 mark. Tell your friends.
They must have a lot of friends. Okay.
Grandmama and them, I don't care who you send it to. Just put it out there. Your grandmother might really like it too. Mine
No,
does.
that's true.
It's that kind of
While
song.
we're on the way to 100, okay. For right now, well, help us get to 10. Can we try for 10 first?
Yeah, I can go for 10.
Okay, let's try that. All right. And also, again, we have a challenge to you. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers before the new year drops. So when this year closes, guess who's going to have an official YouTube channel with our first YouTube check? We don't care if it's $3. It's official. That's what we're doing.
And again, one last thing I want to say, thank you to each and every one of y'all who supported my video. Everybody on Facebook that came through, subscribed to my YouTube channel, liked it, dropped your comments, shared it with other people. Y'all helped this video grow to where it's at. And I just want to say thank you so much. I greatly appreciate all of y'all.
Absolutely. All right. And look out for our next video coming up, shot by the same talented videographer.
Next 2 videos.
Oh, excuse me. So the next one is going to be, it's going to be the other side of relationships when it starts out so beautifully, but things happen sometimes. And so that one's called I'm Out. The single's already out. You can find that on every streaming platform and also on our YouTube channel. So we're going to close out with
Aladdin Prince of the Airways.
Boy, how can I follow up with that? Prince of the Airways. And I am Patrice.
And this is Eclipse.
And collectively, we are
Dark Squad Entertainment. We out. But turn up the rap legend, reigning supreme, critically acclaimed, the spark flames and let off steam. Targets pinpointed and locked. I'm an infrared beam. Set the mask of garbage rappers, boil them to the extreme. Once the mic comes out the holster, I don't miss, I got nice aim. Shaking niggas up and ready to shoot like a dice game. Might as well keep the paramedics on standby. Raps infested with trash, so for fire the demand's high. And die with a accommodate. Here to exterminate them. Considered an employer with a torch, I'm a terminator. Case you didn't get it, means these niggas are fired. Being thumbed alive, top to bottom, your time's expired. So intruders with no bars, I'll be coming to get them. Surviving, I won't let them. You bet them, I'm gonna shred them. And absolutely behead them, forget them. You never met them. On fire, I'm gonna set them. Shots fired and I'll regret them. You think you running with me, I'll be waiting, come and get me. Come on, if it's on, how we doing? And I ain't backing down for nothing. Straight shooter, never bluffing. Come on, if it's on, how we doing? You know me, a veteran with this, so I believe in myself. And ready for whatever, ain't no messing with. From now to forever,